What is going on, guys? Joey Franzo here with Flex Training Systems. Today, I wanted to talk about just a couple little things, little but very significant things that can affect, your performance training in the gym, how you do on meet day, things like that. Um, I've recently just been kind of paying attention to these things more and more, and just I'm kind of noticing there's a lot of people that don't, and I think that if one of these things are lacking, it can make a big difference or a big impact on the day. So I thought it might be a good idea to go over some of that here. So yeah, here we go. What am I talking about? Uh, Carbs, fat, protein, your macros, drinking water, going to sleep on time, or getting enough sleep. Making sure that you have a well-structured program so that your difficult days are spread out far enough to the point where you're able to actually train. Yeah, at the top of the week or your heavy days, whatever, effectively. The type of equipment that you use, things like that. So I'm just gonna kind of go down the list and talk about what might not happen, and what can good or bad. If for each thing. So carbs, if you're not getting enough carbs, obviously you're not gonna have enough energy. You're not gonna be able to perform the way that you want to perform. Everybody needs varying levels, and tracking your food and kind of seeing what works for you is really important, especially if you take, depending on how serious you want to take this sport, you can add or reduce, the amount of attention you give to any of these things. Um, you know, it doesn't take that much effort, but at the same time, it goes a long way. You can bring a Gatorade with you to the gym if you know that you're going to have a double lift session, so you have squat bench or deadlift bench or whatever. Um, just making sure you're fueled up beforehand, things like that. It goes a really long way. Occasionally, if you're dieting or if you have a strenuous job and you're not really, um, you don't have the luxury of being able to just kind of eat whenever you want because you're at home. Preparing food ahead of time, or just making sure that you eat a big enough meal so that when training rolls around, you're good to go. Maybe just have a pre-workout and you're straight. It goes a long way. Um, you definitely don't want to be skipping out on that. If, like, I'm speaking to people that aren't on doing keto, you know what I mean? Which I wouldn't recommend for really in general. I think I don't even want to get into that discussion, honestly. So, next up is protein. Yeah, protein's super important. Very basic standard recommendation is 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. 1.2 grams, I think you can get a little bit better result if you can fit it in. But definitely 2000%. I know that if you do not optimize this variable, you will not get the result that you want from your training, whether it's powerlifting, bodybuilding, whatever the hell you're doing. You absolutely need to optimize that. Get enough in, and it's buy a shake, prepare some more chicken, do whatever you got to do. If you don't eat meat or whatever, some vegan stuff, whatever you got to do, make it happen, because that is such a tiny thing. Just telling people, hey, eat enough protein, but I'm telling you, like, take it from me. If you guys are here and you guys trust me, you guys are here, you guys trust me, obviously. Take it from me. You absolutely do not want to be skimping out on that variable. Um, it's gonna go such a long way. It is like such bang for your buck. But yeah, so protein, get enough. Next, sleep. If you're not sleeping, your body literally cannot. I mean, I don't think it cannot synthesize protein to the capacity. Um, like, it is severely inhibiting for muscle growth if you're not getting sleep. Also, recovering the damage that you do to your connective tissue over time. You're sleeping 4 hours a night, 3 hours a night. You're gonna fall apart very quickly. So getting enough sleep is a huge one. It's such a huge one, like, especially on those lists that you have to scratch and crawl and really grind just to get any kind of benefit from. I cannot tell you how important it is that you sleep. Um, Even in my experience, when I don't sleep, I'm like very affected by lack of sleep. Like, I don't know, some people can sleep 5 hours and they're good to go. I am so screwed. Like, it's like a dark cloud over me all day, and I'm unable to just function or do anything. So go to sleep. I did a whole video on this specific topic earlier, somewhere in my channel. It's there. Go look for it if you really want to, hear me ramble more about it. What was the next one? Oh yeah, so this one's more like managing expectations. But if you train on like shitty equipment, and shitty, I mean like the physics of it are not accurate to what you're going to use on the platform. What do I mean by that? If you like literally squat, bench, deadlift on bumpers, like 4-inch wide bumper plates, 3-inch wide bumper plates, and then meet day rolls around, you're gonna be so thrown off. Like I've literally had people rep weights in training on that equipment and then go to the platform and almost bomb, um, because it's such a huge variable or variance in the way that things move, and you got to kind of get some time under that equipment to find your groove. I remember I spent literally one day. It was one day. I mean, granted, it was just off of a meet, so I mean, my technique was going to be kind of rusty anyway. One day I trained at a commercial gym. I mean, you guys saw it recently on IG. I hit that 495 for 8. Nothing special, right? High bar on the commie plates on the commie gym. And I went to do my low bar a little bit later, so like 3 days later. And the rack at the commercial gym was weird. Like it was too, I don't know, it was hard for me to unrack it. And then like my body like remembered that. And then when I went to my gym, it was like I was unracking it weird, just like I did over there. It's not even the same fucking squat. It's low bar versus high bar, right? Um, like the body is crazy at ingraining habits and patterns. And if you're constantly training on equipment that's not going to be similar to what you're using on meet day, then it's not going to be good when you get on the platform under those kilos, especially if you're going from like a Texas power bar or a Texas squat bar to an Alico. It can really throw you off. If you're a big guy and you squat a shit ton of weight, you might get a similar effect, a whipping effect. But those things definitely, like literally, you can have people, I've seen them train on pounds and go to the meet day, or sorry, not, I mean pounds, kilos. It doesn't matter if they're like metal, right? Metal thinner, right? I do it. I'm always good on the kgs when I switch over, just out of preference. I know a lot of people ask me that, but if you only train on like big, thick plates and whippy bars, you're gonna have this idea in your mind of what you want to hit, right? Of course, this is what everybody does leading into me. Everybody, they have ideas. They know what they want to hit, right? Meet day rolls around, and you go like 1 for 3, or on each lift, or 2 for 3, or 5 for 9, or whatever. That shouldn't happen. But if you don't see it coming, if you don't have that prior experience, then I get it. People, I mean, this goes for people in general. They see people on the internet and they'll fail. They're not do good in a meet, and then they just make an assumption about them. When there's always context to every situation. Maybe they just didn't know. You got to give them the benefit of the doubt, and we shouldn't be judging anyway. It's like everybody was shit at one point, so like shut up. You know what I mean? Everyone's here to get better. Everyone is like, we're all lifting. We're all trying to get stronger. So it's like, don't judge, I guess. I don't even know why I'm talking about that. Ranting for no reason. What do we cover so far? Carbs, protein. So yeah, enough calories. That should go in hand in hand with that. Sleep, drinking enough water. I take extra precautions to make sure that I'm hydrated. I'm constantly drinking. I literally have a gallon jug right next to me, and my 45-ounce water bottle that I have every single day when I wake up, first thing, with some sort of caffeine in there, and that's what I use to. And then I'm constantly drinking, and I'm always thirsty in general anyway. But if I'm heading to the gym, I'll have a sweet tea sometimes. It usually pretty much covers, like, I'm getting my fast carbs in and I'm getting a liquid in, right? And it's not super salty. I don't think there's any salt at all. So just taking care of that. I'm not saying go do that for everyone. It's kind of unhealthy, but That's just something that I'll do quickly if I'm like I have no time that day and I'm just like, all right, I need to kill two birds with one stone. Boom, go get that. Um, yeah, I mean, I've literally seen people not drink water going into a meet because their stomach was weird, like they just have a Gatorade or whatever, and then they just do terrible. You got to be diligent about all these things, all that stuff. Like again, you can put as much into any of this as you want in order to get better results, but I can guarantee tell you, especially, I mean, I work with a ton of people, so I'm getting a ton of anecdote all the time, and over time the same themes come up, right? I start to see the same patterns, the same kind of put in X input, get X good result, or put in X input, get X, or lack of X input, lack of good result, right? What do like a lot of the top guys have in common? They sleep, they get enough protein, they get enough carbs. I mean, obviously their training's going to be structured well because I'm the one making it. You know what I mean? No, but seriously, training's going to be structured right. Water, carbs, protein, macros, all those things are there. I get them on good equipment or to the best that I can, and then once you have all those other little things taken care of, their mindset is in a good place. They have a support system here on the team. People get along. People see other people wearing flex, and they're like, hey man, like they're going through what I'm going through. Like we're in this together. Whatever it is. The mentality one, I've done so many videos on that, but if you have someone in a good headspace, all these other things are gonna make more sense to them, and just continuing with the mentality part, just being not comparing yourself to others. I mean, if you want to be the best, obviously you have to beat someone else, but it doesn't really change what you need to do in practice. Like you're gonna do you in training. You're gonna take what you have. You're gonna work hard. You're gonna get stronger. And on meet day, we'll see. You'll show up. They'll show up, and we'll see what's up. Um, I think that's the way to do it. I think you're gonna save yourself a lot of stress. In order to do that, and you need to remove things around you in order to allow for that to happen. Meaning, if you have to mute someone on IG, you don't mind them, but seeing them post kind of messes with your head a little bit. I mean, my whole, I mean, you can just mute them. Just mute them, keep it moving. If someone's posting something that you don't want to unfollow for whatever reason, but um, you don't want to unfollow them, but you don't want to see what they're posting, just fucking mute them and keep rolling. Like I literally have had people get off IG. You guys remember when Sean got off Instagram, literally just because he mentally needed it. I think it was just too much of a distraction. It was just messing with his head, and he was able to come back and do great and grow and learn to coexist with it. I think social media is a powerful tool. I think it should be used mainly for positive things. Um, and my whole thing is like teach someone how to coexist with it versus like run from it or get rid of it. But you got to do what you got to do to put yourself in that mental state in order to move forward. Um, yeah, I mean, I could go on that topic like crazy. I literally have given people that advice before, like, hey, if you seeing your competitor bothers you, just mute them. You could be cool with them in person, whatever, but you don't have to watch it. Like, I don't know what it is. I've never really. I mean, I'll see my competitors and get amped up and pumped, but I don't. It's hard for me to relate when people see their competitor. I guess they're doing well, and it bothers them. It's very strange to me, but it is what it is, and you have to like you can't like knock yourself off the path. You know what I mean? So if you need to do that little thing just to keep yourself going, then I say do it. Um, but yeah, that's a deep topic. I think I'll just do a whole video on that one down the road. But yeah, guys, I just kind of wanted to come on here and talk about these little things, just a reminder, right? Um, let me get a hashtag little things, hashtag little keys, hashtag little keys, little big keys, hashtag little big keys in the comment. They're little big keys in the comments down below. I mean, a lot of this stuff is everybody knows. I mean, I think that, but then the amount of people that I ask, hey, how much protein do you get in a day, and they don't know. I'm about to do a poll on IG right now. I'm about to do a poll and be like, how many grams of protein do you get in a day? Would you be able to tell me yes or no? I think a lot of people will probably lie, but I'd be curious to know what people say. So, um, yeah. That being said, hope you guys do not mind my rambling. I hope you're able to take something away from this video. Let me know if you guys like the gameplay or if you don't really care and you just want to listen. Eventually, I'll have some of this on iTunes, so little episodes like this on iTunes, so you guys could just listen while you're doing whatever. Shit, what the hell was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't know. We got a lot of stuff coming up. We got collegiates in 3 weeks. That'll be interesting. Then we got Endgame, baby. I got bought my ticket for Sweden. For Worlds, we got Nationals is gonna be lit. We got a huge meet over here in June. So much good stuff going on, man. I'm just super excited. I'm moving soon. Just life is nuts right now. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. I'll talk to you real ones in the next one. Everybody go watch Shazam. Peace.